Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the house of David. Salutations to you, brothers, throughout the four corners of the earth. Teaching the truth in righteousness and sincerity to you, Israelite foreigners. Come back home to the truth. To those that passed on serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. All right. I am doing this video. As you could probably tell from behind me, it's dark. It's still. Hold on, let me. Windows is fogged up. Usually happens around this time of year. All right. I wanted to talk about, because I was just right now watching Obama's speech last night about basically supposedly rebuking Trump. And in the speech, because you got to listen closely to these motherfuckers, man. One, he said he did what you can say is a slip of the tongue, but he said he chose Biden for vice president. So, for brothers that believe that presidents are selected, not elected, he said, and he quote unquote corrected himself to say that he chose the vice president, without even being elected yet. But that's not even what I want to focus on, because, we could always say that was a slip of the tongue, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. Now, what I'm going to say is a little on the, it's odd that he would say this. He said his administration left Trump what word did he use? Salak. Let me turn up the volume so I could defog everything. But anyway, he said that his administration left Trump a pandemic playbook. Now, my question is, what would have made you think that there was a pandemic that was even possible for you to leave them a whole playbook that he said that Trump must be using it to hold up a table or some shit, he said. What knowledge did you have when you left office in 2016 that in 2019 into 2020 there would be a pandemic? So that's why you got to watch these Democrats, with a watchful eye, man. All these guys, Trump, Obama, all of them. What did you know in 2016 about a pandemic? Because prior to COVID-19, we would have never thought that this would have happened. I've been alive for quite a few supposed pandemics, and none of them got far at all. Swine flu, the original SARS, because that's what COVID is really some strain of the original SARS. How did Obama in 2016 know to leave a playbook for a pandemic? That's real weird. You know what I'm saying? That's like Obama saying, "Oh, we left a playbook for World War III. How did you know that there was going to be a World War?" Like, it's just weird. Like, what trends have been taking place in the world recently where you would have thought that there was a need for a pandemic playbook? Not an epidemic, a pandemic. Pandemic means it affects all. gotta watch these guys, man. These politicians, man. But that's the main thing I wanted to get across, man. I wanted to talk about this statement that Obama had made last night, because, like I said, I find it very odd that, you know, why would you be designing plays per se, or designing a response to a pandemic if you don't know that there's a pandemic coming? Or did you know in 2016 that you were going to be 3 years removed from a pandemic? Because I'm using his words, pandemic playbook. He didn't say epidemic. You know what I'm saying? Epidemic is a much smaller scale than pandemic. So it just goes to show, man, these politicians don't mean you no good, man. They know what they have knowledge of what the hell's coming and what's going on. You're talking to a guy that you can't get within a few feet of, you know, such as Obama. You know, this guy gets what's that called? Secret security for the rest of his life. He's got a salary for the rest of his life for being an ex-president, and for all the kickbacks that he took all them years. So how did he know, or what did he know about a possibility of a pandemic? Because if something happens, right? Let's say it's 2020 right now. Let's say something happens in 2023, if we're still here. And in 2024, I say, listen, I left y'all clues, or I left y'all a way to handle this back in 2020. You're going to ask, what the hell did you know in 2020 about 2023? Think about it. What did Obama know in 2016 about COVID-19? That he would have left he said it himself. For those that didn't watch the speech, because I didn't watch the whole speech myself, but I watched I was just watching it right now before work. He said himself out his own mouth, we left the Trump administration a pandemic playbook. They left office in 2016. Or was it January 27th, whatever. Still, that's still way before COVID. So you really got to ask the question. You know, as Ida might say, it begs the question: what did he know? But anyway, that's all I want to go into. I don't want to keep being repetitious. I just want to drill that point home, because it is a very interesting thing that he said. But with that, I'm going to say shalom.